Pictures for you. So now, is this go on social media after the first or the second? After the first. After the first one. Okay. As an as a result, an enormous amount of grumpy old neighbors shut it down. I don't like the idea. Can you believe she called the cops on my son and his friends? And we're going to try this again next weekend. Hope we have a better turnout. All right, so now we're at the second one. What happened, Miss Chandler? Well, they had something like, I didn't count, but they had something like 300 people. And what I actually think, and I'm not going to put any blame on them, but I think a lot of people read that message because it went out to quite a few people. They had a chip on their shoulder. There were kids from school who come. There's a lot of young people. And I think they made an effort to go out there and trash my yard. What about the it's just very key to the trash. I mean, the trash that people have thrown around because in the place and things like that. Because they were also selling them. But the things that I had landscaped originally, I went out to the garden store and I priced the plants that I would have to replace, the lighting, a couple of my sprinklers. And they weren't just sprinklers that were knocked over, but you know when they have to put the new riser on it and they have to go, I got I think that there is a responsibility here. It wasn't just picking up the trash to the line, it was also the damage to the stuff to the line. She gets 635. She gets 635. But black people, it's all about the unity. We are in a state of emergency. Ready. Want to show about it? Like the here? Here you go. Freedom. Introducing the all-new Nutrisystem. Now with a breakthrough treatment that will burn body fat and help you stay hydrated for your nutritional plan and get the backward of free. Hey, my brother, you know I had to call you and thank you personally again. I cannot just go to you how happy I was to meet you in person, Myron. That was just like amazing. Come on, Pete. Come on. Come over here. Come on in. Y'all walk. Come over. Then you're going to lift back. You walk over, but you lift back. That's 314-782-7000. Not to be popular. It's just I'm inspired by my brother, that reality Temple's brother, the most powerful voice on the internet, that reality Angel Stepping Up 7. That's right, bro. I'm calling you out, bro. I'm building you. I'm putting you out there, bro. I'm shouting you out. That's what
information.
Terry Ellis becomes the first of the divas to offer the world her singular sound. And she does just that on Psychiatric.
You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchet. Nathaniel Williams is suing Jacob Gray in the amount of $1,500. Mr. Williams claims Mr. Gray refuses to pay him back after he posted fraud for him. Mr. Gray claims he never agreed to pay the plaintiff back and feels it is Mr. Williams' fault that he was arrested in the first place.
Mr. Williams. It's fine. So, Mr. Gray. That's my mind. But you all have been close friends over the years. Yes, ma'am. We've been friends since college. Met in college. Wow. Yes, ma'am. It's a long time. And we started out as business rangers and
Peace, family, knowledge. I'm so Sister J. I'm so Sister D. And I just wanted to say thank you for all the people who moved up to the medical people that I know for my question. And it was so much to us that you were because of how you guys it was not possible and we were not doing it today. And I want to say for all of you that helped and that donated, I am very grateful to the big day for I can be really there and say thank you in person. I love you guys.
And he's going to come back to Los Angeles and just hang out since we've been apart for so long. Right. So I agreed to it. So we agreed to meet up at the Gavin bar and we had a good time. But I didn't want him out the end, so I tried to talk him into the stand a little bit after 10. Because at 10 o'clock, he's ready to go. I'm like, no. Ready to go where?
Everybody who is black and interested in black people, let us sit down and find out how we can get together in one direction against one enemy and accomplish this job overnight.
This is Dusty Basement Studios, and we approve of this message.
We want to make sure that we're not just working to be first, but we're working to be right. A lot of times there are situations when things are just happening so fast. It's always important to be fast, but we always be right.
My brother Angel snuffing up 7 at the Reality Temple. And to give props to him, because I listened to all of Angel snuffing up 7's videos, I think that he comes from a different angle. And there's a powerful message in a lot of the videos that he put out, and I try to catch all of them. I look at him as a free thinker and a person that's willing to challenge those of which he don't agree with or which he may think differently from, and I really respect him for that. He's challenged KNBS, and he has also challenged the Black supremacy movement as well. And I have nothing against that, because that which cannot be challenged cannot stand, and will not stand, and will not survive the test of time. How many challenges we can withstand will determine how long we will be able to stand.
If you have hepatitis B, which may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment, tell your doctor if you have hepatitis B.
Come on then.
We will not be defeated.
Welcome to the Reality Temple on Earth, My name is Jeroen, and I would like to say that Angel Snub isn't a racist at all. He's a good friend.
Himself, and you don't realize it. You don't realize it, that God has been in prison. The devil was able to imprison God. So right inside your own self, your God self has been in prison, and you have a false sense of self running rampant inside the temple. This is why, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You have to bring reality temple here on earth. Reality temple here on earth.
Yes, sir.
We have to realize the enemy is running rampant inside this temple.
Free your mind. No, you're never gonna get it. You're never ever gonna get it. Don't know me.
How do you guys feel about Terry rounding like that with her out? You guys out?
She's cute. Thanks, Jay Crow.
Terry thinks she's cute. Huh?
Thanks, honey.
She came out with a different attitude after
It was
that.
like a man to me. I know we get off the
That's old school. Life has changed. Wait, what was that? Mr. T did in Rocky. What was that? Rocky 3. Was it Rocky 3? On my first.
There we go. I don't have a lot to say. Come to see Terry. That's Terry, Cindy, Ron.
I trust that feeling. Does anybody have any questions of me before I get out of here? Let's see what you guys are saying. What's up, Soul Sister Rona? Hey, Taalik. I'm the bruh that did my Mike Jackson in Tunica, Mississippi. Hey, now. Hello to Terry. Respect. Bless up. Bless up. Bless up.
Come to see Terry. That's Terry, Cindy, Ron. It's Terry.
It's important for the Black youth, especially, know that we did have a history and that we did great things and that we had great people, and those things were not in the history books when I was in school. And what I'd like to be doing 5 years from now is attempting to rewrite the history books so that they'll know that.
And that is Brother Taalik from the Reality Temples on Earth channel. And if you get a chance to subscribe, please do subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother. You know, he's doing good work, and he wants to do good constructive things. He has good information to provide. So please do check out his channel if you get a chance.
We're talking about not falling into the teacher trap, not falling into the website trap. So today, what teachers can you learn from? We just told you that the Akawu tells you that we're all a great teacher at the same time. So who are you going to learn from? You're going to learn from brothers like Sonetta. You're going to learn the positives and negatives from brothers like Sonetta. You're going to learn the positives and negatives of people like Brother Polite. The positives and negatives of people like Sarah Sunseti. You're going to learn from Maurice Muhammad, Taalik Ibn'rad. You're going to learn from Netterket. You're going to learn. You're definitely going to learn from King Noble. You're definitely going to learn a little something from Brother Daku.
Morals are just, subjective. But when you have laws and things on paper that say if you do this, we're going to punish you by incarcerating you, and you break them, and you're dumb enough to get caught, then you're just dumb.
All right. Shout out to Reality's tip on the building. Just from us, I got to get him on here, man. You talk about somebody polarizing. Whoa. that brother is, I'll leave that alone. Shout out to the brother, no, Jeff?
In a state of emergency. Want a song about it? Like to hear? Here it go. Free your mind.
What you?
Because I keeps it real like that. I keep it real.
What you?
Because I keeps it real like that. I keeps it real.
Come on, P. Come on. Come on here. Come on in. What y'all want?
In the name of our ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what we call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty Angel Snuff 7. I am your soul brother, number one. I hope that we enjoyed our little SNIFFY skit last night. And I must say, the deacons are moderators, and the deacons don't play. Somebody came in to disrupt the enjoyment, the atmosphere of watching the SNIFFY episode, and the deacons smashed them real quick. Only thing I could do was laugh. How are you going to come into somebody else's house and interrupt their peace? One of the things in Islam is you do not break a person's peace. When you purposely attempt to break another's peace in Islam, that requires the death penalty. So if we were living with the Taliban and the Taliban were gathered around watching SNIFFY, and you shown up with your negative, what's that word I'm looking for? Sarcastic type rhetoric, they would kill you. This is fact. There are people in Afghanistan being murdered, being severely punished because under what they call it, Sharia, some kind of law, Islamic law, according to their understanding, Sharia law, I believe that's what it's called. According to their understanding, there are certain offenses that would get you killed. They will chop off your head, they will chop off your hands, they will chop off your feet. They will do some horrible things to you. Unfortunately, when you're dealing with a hard-headed type people, sometimes you have to go to violence because they don't understand being nice. Like some children, you tell your child, don't do that. Don't do that. And the child look at you like you crazy. So you take the child and slap them on the hand. Now they begin to understand. Now we are much smarter than dogs and cats. And you tell that dog, don't do that. And the dog keep doing it. But when you do that to the dog and make him understand that this is not going to be tolerated, unfortunately, violence makes some of us understand. It is unfortunate that really the only way that I see at this time that we can get people to understand what we call Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign is not to be violent, but there have to be a certain amount of strong people, bold enough, strong enough, willing to sacrifice in order to show how it needs to be done. Because these people, their mind is on a low, low level. Listen to how they talk. Listen to how they behave. Their understanding is on a very low, low level. You have to, in order to get them to understand. They just don't get it. You have to show them. You have to baby them. And me, myself, I can't do it. Maybe some of you can babyfy. Maybe some of you ladies want to take out your breast and put it in their mouth. You want to coddle them and sweet talk them and give them praise and honor for something they didn't earn. If you want to do that, be my guest. I can't do that. The time requires adult people, not children. It takes adults to end slavery. It takes adults to end any kind of oppression. It takes adults to change the human condition. Children cannot do it. Children can assist. Children can help. But children don't have the mindset. They don't have the maturity in order to cause the change that we seek. So here we are. In about 30 years, it would be 100 years after the civil rights movement. And we as a people have progressed and done absolutely nothing, living off the crumbs and the scraps from the civil rights movement. Why? Because we're children. We didn't learn nothing from Dr. King. We didn't learn nothing from Elijah Muhammad. We didn't learn nothing from Noble Drew Ali. We didn't learn nothing from Jesus. We didn't learn nothing from nobody. We didn't learn nothing. The only thing we knew how to do was memorize what the Quran say, Marcus Garvey say, Elijah Muhammad say, the Bible say. That's the only thing we know how to do is memorize. We did not learn nothing. Had we learned, we wouldn't be in the condition that we find ourselves in right now. I want to say this. We're not going to keep you long this morning. Speaking of the Taliban, the President of the United States decided that this nation has had enough of being in Afghanistan, wasting billions, if not trillions of dollars, and he can see that there is no progress. They are not winning. So the President of the United States, Joe Biden, decided as commander-in-chief of this nation, of the military forces, I'm going to take our military out of Afghanistan and bring them home. Enough is enough. 20, 21 years, it's enough. As soon as the Taliban knew and they saw that the United States was leaving, they began to make their move. And in no time, the Taliban took control of their country. Now, I could be wrong, but even prior to the United States or United Snakes of America deciding to take the military out of Afghanistan, there were still places in the country where the Taliban still controlled. There was only certain places that the United States actually maintained control, but the Taliban controlled certain demographics. Now, the question raised is, why weren't they satisfied with whatever they controlled, the Taliban? Because according to a faceless troll we talked yesterday, it's a similar situation. Because if you can control just this little piece, it's the same thing as controlling the whole country. If you control a city, it's the same thing as controlling a whole state. But we know that it takes a lot of cities and towns in order to form a state. But according to the logic of a faceless troll that we talked to yesterday, it's the same thing. If it's the same thing, then why aren't the Taliban comfortable? Why weren't they satisfied? Why were they willing to continue to fight and risk their lives for something they basically should be satisfied with, the territory that they have, that they control? Because according to the logic of this troll, it's the same thing. It is not the same thing. To control the city of Atlanta is not to control the state of Georgia. Atlanta is a city. It is not similar. It is not the same. One is bigger than the other. One is more powerful than the other. One has more resources than the other. It is not similar. It is not the same. The Taliban understands it's not the same. We want our country back. We want resources. We want to control our military. We want to control our land, our water, our electricity. We want our country. Not a little piece of the country. We want our country back. It is not the same. But according to this troll, it's the same. If you control a city, which we don't, we do not control Atlanta. There are black people. There are soul brothers and sisters who may be the mayor, council people, but they do not control nothing. The next cycle of elections can take them out of office, and they can be replaced by white folks or Mexicans or Africans or whoever. A city is not a state. So you want to argue and debate me about two things that are not the same. A city is not a state. Atlanta is part of Georgia. Georgia is the state. It is not the same. And I'm not going to waste my time and sit around with you on that nonsense. If you was in Afghanistan, the Taliban would kill you for being stupid. They want their country back. They don't want a little piece. They don't want a little taste. They want the whole thing. So as soon as the United States decided to move out of Afghanistan, the Taliban made their move to take their country back. Not a city. They was not satisfied with a city. I want my country back. So here we are, the so-called American Negro. We don't have nothing. We present to us what we call Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign because we don't have a military. We don't have the means in order to physically take control of land. So we have devised and came up with a plan, an idea, by using the tools that our oppressor give us so that we can create our own Afghanistan. But the troll cannot comprehend. The troll doesn't understand because the troll has been reading all these books and you still haven't learned nothing. You follow all these people and you still haven't learned nothing. You memorize, but you don't know how to apply what you learn. So you sit and you stay in the condition, the same condition as the people where you got this knowledge because they didn't progress either. They died in oppression. They did not die in their own nation. They did not die controlling any resources. They died as a slave. You do not want your own. You are a comfortable slave in this nation. Now, how long has this troll been bothering us? And this troll never stops asking dumb, silly questions. And the reason why the troll do this is because of jealousy. Because they know everything they learn, what they know is inferior to us. It has been tried and it has failed. Misery loves company. So they want us to fail and be miserable like us. Like them, rather. You don't know what can happen if we don't try. But even based upon the plan, anybody with any kind of logic can see that it can work. Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign is the most realistic, the best option that we have. And so the troll is jealous because we can stand strong and we can stand firm and we can feel confident that this can work. Because they know what they keep doing does not work. We know that. Our ancestors was doing this after the Civil War. The only thing that stopped them was domestic terrorism. I am an example personally that this can work because I'm using the same strategy, the same idea, the same way that I use in order to get myself out of their incarceration. I know we can do it as a people. It'll work. It's called outslick the slickster. Be smarter than your oppressor. Take the knife, take the gun of somebody trying to hurt you, take their gun, take their knife, and use it against them. You don't understand that. Because you have the same mindset as your enemy. And you think like them. These people are racist in training. I'm black. I'm an aboriginal. I'm an African. Always talking race. Because they are racist in training, they have the same mindset as the oppressor. They have no love for soul brothers and sisters. They're nothing but a group of folks that want you to be a slave. And they would be the slave master. They would be the slave owner. They're jealous of us because we know how to use our brain. They don't. The only thing they know how to do is parrot. Oh, Marcus Garvey. Oh, Elijah Muhammad. Oh, Mr. Farrakhan. Oh, Noble Ali. Oh, more Science Temple. Until they lay an egg. They're losers. And they're jealous of us. They do not want other people to know about what we're doing, what we present, because we're nothing but winners. And as we win, it makes them look worse and worse. And you should sit your happy ass down. You're a loser. You don't know what the hell you're doing. You don't know what the hell you're saying. You're just copying what you heard somebody else say. Who do you follow? We don't follow nobody. We use our brain. That's what your brain for. It is nice to read books. There's nothing wrong with getting the information and checking out the scholarship. But if you don't know how to apply, if you don't know how to use it and translate it to your particular circumstance, which is 2021, you do not live in 1930, you do not live in 1865, you do not live in 1940. This is 2021. You got to bring all of that up to date. Your computer is always updating. If your computer cannot update, you start having problems. I believe Windows number 7, Microsoft don't support Windows number 7 anymore, so you don't get updates no more. It's obsolete. And so viruses will more easily attack Windows 7. You're more easier to get hacked because of Windows 7 is obsolete, is out of date. What these trolls bring to us is out of date. It's obsolete. It did not help those who gave it to you, where you got it from. So how the hell is it going to help you? The reason why you can't understand Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign, because you're not smart enough. You took all this scholarship, all this wisdom, but you don't understand the simple. It's very simple. It's not rocket science. It's simple. But you don't understand it. Because you trap believing in aliens, you trap believing in spooks, and you follow dead people. Malcolm is dead. Marcus Garvey is dead. And a lot of these people who are not dead, they will be soon. And you lose. Malcolm X was a loser. Elijah Muhammad was a loser. They did not win. Dr. King was a loser. He did not win. He became a casualty of war. Frederick Douglass did not win. You are in a position where you can win, and all their sacrifice and their deaths would not go in vain, because we learned from them and we became a winner. A city and a state is not the same. I don't have time. Maybe the deacons, maybe Mellow Cap or Razzie, or maybe Z-Man or somebody in the camp, maybe they will sit you down and cuddle you and kiss your little knee and try to break things down so that you can understand. I'm too old. I'm not talking to you anyway. I don't give a damn what you do. I'm not trying to convert you or convince you to do anything. We are going to stand on ours. When you bring your loser ass ideology and your beliefs this way, we're going to crush you and make you feel bad and tuck your tail between your legs and get the hell out of here. I don't want to force nobody. Matter of fact, if you listen to the promo video that our brother Omar Shabazz made, it says in the video, Operation Exodus Mississippi is not interested, does not want to force the people to do something they don't want to do. We're telling you and showing you and offering you something that can put you in a better place. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. Don't bring your crybaby ass here and try to explain to us why you want to cry, why you want to throw snot everywhere. Take your crying, snotty nose ass, handkerchief ass, back to wherever the hell you come from, back to your cave where you come from. That's what you need to do. This channel is for grown folks. This channel is not for crybabies. This is not for people looking for God to give them strength. We are the God. So we don't need to look for no damn God. If we don't do it, it don't get done. We're not looking for aliens. We're not waiting to die and go into the fifth dimension and fly to planet Nubaron and all this other nonsense that y'all believe in. This channel is for independent thinkers. Thank you very much. You can think for yourself. We use logic and common sense, and we're rational, and we analyze information. We are adults. We are flapping our wings, learning how to fly, learning, wanting to be independent. We have left the nest. Elvis have left the building. You're still in the nest, waiting for your mama bird to pull your poop sack out of your booty. That's what y'all do. If you want liberation, you need to come here. If you really want to be free, you need to come here. If you want to be respected as a man, as a woman, you need to come here. They are going to respect you whether they like it or not. That's how hard we're going to bring it. I'm not going to wear a sign, talk about, I am a man. You're going to know what you up against. We're not going to hold our hands, talk about, we shall overcome. We're going to tell you we overcame. Look at this state. We control it. And we will always control it. We control the resources. We make the laws. When you come to Mississippi, it's black first. It's soul power. Forever. And there's no voting that's going to take us out of power. We run this. And when we show you we can take a poverty-stricken state and make it wealthy, we are on our way to get Alabama and Georgia and these other states that should have been in control of black people generations ago. You are too weak to talk to us. You're not strong. You're weak. You're living in Wakanda. You think you are a Native American or whatever. To do what? What are you accomplishing? I don't want no credit unless I earn it. I'm not going to keep trying and wasting my time with things that I know that don't work. Angel Snuffing Up 7 has been in this blackity black stuff ever since I was 8 years old. Tariq Nasheed might impress you. Young Pharaoh might impress you. Minister Farrakhan might impress you. Sanetta, Tahakarakan and Bay, Cynthia G, the Black Authority, all these people might impress you. They impress you with talk. They give you nothing. They give you no substance. They're nothing but YouTube preachers that offer you no vision, no goal, no plan, only talk. They offer you no healing to bring your suffering to an end once and for all. I guarantee you, you follow this and get behind and on board the soul train. We're going to solve all these problems once and for all. And you will be respected in America and around the world. Matter of fact, people around the world going to want to be like you and me. I will say this in conclusion, because some of you really don't know. During the 1960s, between the late 1950s, I believe, until the 90s, until the late 90s, soul power was just as great as black power. But when we refer to ourselves as soul brothers and sisters, there's only one people you can think about. When you say black, you could be talking about an African, you could be talking about somebody from Haiti or Barbados or somebody from Australia or whatever. But when you talk about soul brothers and sisters, there's only one people. It's us. The ones called American Negro. The black American. Only us. And people around the world wanted to have soul. Brother Omar Shabazz know about it. He grew up in it. I know about it. I grew up in soul. Terry and Cindy and maybe even Rona, we all grew up in soul power. We understand. These are the funky divas of soul. Our culture, our uniqueness, our originality, our creativity, it's mine. This belongs to me. I don't want to get it from nobody else. It's mine. She's mine. Soul sisters. I don't want to share her with nobody else. She's mine. I belong to her. She belongs to me. It's mine. I'm greedy. Yes, me. There are things that you want. Contrary to popular belief, a lot of the things that you want, I want. But I will not see it in my lifetime. And that's your problem. You want it now. You're not going to get it now. Had you started working a generation ago, maybe we might be able to see things in our lifetime. But you decided to keep doing your thing of being a big ass loser. We can become the greatest generation ever. And Dr. King and Noble Drew Ali and Malcolm and Elijah, Frederick Douglass, Denmark Vesey, and so many, our people would be so happy. And their deaths would not be in vain. Right now, this generation, you are on your way to be the greatest loser generation ever produced. A bunch of sex maniacs, a bunch of drunks, a bunch of hoarders, greedy, materialistic, selfish, stupid, and the list goes on and on. There's nothing good about this generation. You've accomplished nothing except be beggars. Still singing, we shall overcome. No justice, no peace. Then you sit your happy ass down and there's peace. I thought you said no justice, no peace, because there's still no justice. So why you sit your happy ass down? There's no peace. You said no justice, and there is no justice. So why are you at the movies watching Wonder Woman 1984? We're confused. We are Christian this minute, agnostic the next. We comedic. We flip-floppers. I'm a Republican. I'm a Democrat. You all confused. And as a Muslim, that's contradictory. You can't believe in God because Allah is not the author of confusion. Ain't nobody scared of no trolls. I don't have time to be going back and forth with somebody who really don't want to know. We answer your question, you go back and try to find something new. Answer your question, you go, you're not interested. Keep doing what you're doing. Ain't nobody harassing you, nothing. We stand on ours. And yes, we will make mockery of the garbage that you represent. You a loser. And yes, we will continue to call you a bunch of losers because that's what you are. When you become winners, I'll call you a winner. Have no problem with that. Misery loves company. They want us to be losers like they are. The troll wants us to be losers. The reason why the troll keeps bothering us, because the troll, instead of getting on the soul train, the troll would rather try to make us feel like he or her is a loser. But there's no evidence we are losers, because what we're offering has never been tried in no way, shape, or form. But we know what you're talking about has been tried. Y'all confused as hell. You have no plan. You have no vision. You have no creativity. You're done. But you're too arrogant and Hasidic to submit to something that could actually change our life once and for all. And that's another question. If the Reality's Temple, if Operation Exodus Mississippi Campaign, if we are losers, if we represent a pipe dream, why you keep talking about us? Why you keep coming here bothering us? It's because you know deep down in your heart that's the way to go, but you're too arrogant and you don't want to admit, you don't want to confess that what you're talking about don't work. You want to believe in being an African? That's your business. You want to believe in being a Native American? That's your business. The Mississippi Campaign don't give a damn about your sexual orientation, about if you're Pan-African or whether you're a Muslim. It don't care none of that. Only the changing the condition of a people. Once those people in a future time, they will deal with those issues. That's on them. All that what you want don't mean nothing as long as you're a slave. I don't want this. I don't want to do that. Don't make no difference what you want. As long as you are living in a slave-like condition, it don't make no difference. Get out of slavery, get out of bondage, and then you can talk what you want. Nobody give a damn about what you want. You living in it, all that stuff you claim you don't want, you living in it right now. And you're going to live in it till the day you die. I guarantee it. Because you're a loser. And all those that came before us, losers. Whether we like it or not. We respect our ancestors' efforts and their sacrifice, but they did not win. You want to be a winner? Get on board the soul train. Get your soul back. Get your life back. And it's easier than you think. Absolutely, Deacon. That's what they don't understand. We already have won. Because we have 1000% freed our minds. You can't comprehend that. And that what makes you upset is because we have nothing and we sound like winners. Can you imagine what we're going to sound like when we actually win? We sound like winners and ain't did a damn thing. Woo! I love it. I love it. I really love it. We already won and ain't did a damn thing. That's what really make you really upset. You want this generation to be the greatest generation ever? Get on board the soul train. Stop bringing us all this nonsense. Let's come together, find your place, let's put in the work, and let's get the job done. We will be the best winners ever. Well, that's sad to say. You had these poor ladies, these women, they wanted to expose Angel Snub 7, and it was very simple. I didn't even flinch good, and it was over. Because they stood on falsehood, and they stood on unrighteous behavior. Look how nasty, vulgar. They thought being emotional, talking about penises and cussing, they thought that was going to make them a winner. The only thing we did here was bring the facts, the testimony, and that was the end. You need to get on the soul train. I'm like Tupac. I'm not mad at you. I'm like Jesus. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. This is bigger than me. This is bigger than this is bigger than my feelings. This is about taking a people out of a slave-like condition and put us on top of the world. On top of the world. Where we belong. We already been on the bottom. Now we're going to be like the cream and rise to the top. Stop all the nonsense. You want to be silly? Be silly where you at. Stay out of grown folks' business. Only grown people, adults, need apply. Children, you need to go to camp or wherever they send children to. Go to your babysitter. Only adults need apply. We're not looking for God. We're not looking for Muhammad. We're not looking for Jesus. We're not looking for aliens. We're not looking for none of those things. We are adults. We're flapping our wings. It's time for us to fly. We want to show you I'm God. Not talk about God. We want to show you I'm God. Only adults. All y'all children waiting on some spook daddy God or alien or a gremlin, whatever the hell you're looking for. Please stay away. Only adults here. Only adults. So on that note, I would hope that we would get on the soul train, or the at minimum you would do, be sincere, and try to learn and understand what Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign is about. It's the only activity that we can participate in that will change us as a people. I'm not talking about your organization, what you personally want. I'm talking about as a people. It's the only plan that has a vision, that has a goal in order to change the condition of a people. Choo, choo, choo. Get on board the soul train. It's not too late. I don't think so. What do you have to lose? It's your pride. And you're embarrassed about what you believe in. Forget all that. This is bigger than us. If you don't want to do something for yourself, do it for your children. Put them in a better position in life. And I will guarantee you this. Even our celebrities, when they see us seriously making a move, they will support us. Because that activity gives them pride. These ladies will be happy to go to a state that's controlled, and the only thing they see is soul brothers and sisters. Give them pride. They'll put our shirts on their chest. I'm going to Mississippi. Soul power. They be proud. The children be proud. I don't live in Mississippi, but that's my homeland. Daddy, mama, I want to go to Mississippi. Give your children, give yourself something to motivate and inspire you that you can actually put your hands on. Not whoop and holler. Go ahead, brother. Teach, brother, teach. Preach, brother, preach. No, you're going to actually put your feet on land that you finally control. Fruits and vegetables that you grow. Cows that you raise and chickens. Nuclear power plants that you build. The only thing you got to do is do it. That's all. This is not a pipe dream. It's a pipe dream because you don't want to do a damn thing. You want to keep doing that loser ass crap that we've been doing for over 100 years. And you want to include us in your losership. It's not going to happen. We win and don't have to do nothing at all. That's why you're upset. We are winners and don't have to do nothing. So you can imagine how I'm going to talk, how we going to roll when we actually have accomplished this great feat. What you're telling me is you're too damn dumb to take control of a state. You're not smart enough. You're too stupid enough to take control of a state. That's what you're telling me. But you God of the universe and you're a king and a queen and all this other stuff. What's wrong with taking control of a state? The problem is you're too damn dumb to do it. You're too damn weak to do it. Show us how it's done. Don't open no history museum, no African school. Take control of the whole state. Since y'all so bad, You got all the scholarship and the information. Turn Mississippi into baby Africa or something. You too damn dumb. And you want us to be silly and stupid and a loser like you are. Get on board the Soul Train. Support this plan called Operation Exodus Mississippi Campaign, and we will become the greatest generation ever produced. And all our ancestors prior to us, their lives and their sacrifice will not be in vain. They will be so proud of what we have accomplished. So on that note, thank you for listening. Jot down your comments. Also, our autobiography is available for those who are interested. The information is in the chat room, also in the description box. And you can learn about the life of Angel Snupnup 7. And the bottom line is you don't bother us. We know we are on point. And we win whether we do anything or not. That's why you keep talking about us. That's why you can't stay away from this channel, because you see a bunch of winners, but you're too arrogant and you are embarrassed about the so-called plan or knowledge that you claim that you have. Nothing wrong with being humble. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I'm wrong, I made a mistake. Get on board the Soul Train and let that train take us to the top of the world. Africa's going to be looking up at us. Europe is going to look up at us. Asia, Australia, the world is going to be looking to us. I want soul too. I want some of that soul power. I want some life. Because at this time, no matter where you are in the world, you're walking in the valley of the shadow of death. And you do fear evil. We are already 5,000. Think about it. Jot down your comments. And as our soul brother, Don Cornelius, may he rest in peace, as he used to say in parting, I wish us love, peace, and soul. And we are out of here.
Mr. Hudson, you claim that the defendant led you to believe you were her son, Corey's biological father, then dropped the bomb and admitted she slept with someone else.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're in court to prove you are not her son's father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Bridges, you admit sleeping with another man, but claim that you have no doubt Mr. Hudson is your child's biological father. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. And Mr. Hudson, why is it at first you believed that you were Corey's biological father?
Well, Your Honor, I was led to believe that I was Corey's father because at the time that we were living together, it's the time that she became pregnant with the child. We were living together for approximately about 5 years, Your Honor.
Okay. So you were there throughout the pregnancy, and you were taking care of when you all lived together.
Yes, ma'am.
You had a relationship.
Yes,
so you thought this baby was yours.
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you at the birth?
Yes, Your Honor. I was in the hospital. I took her to doctor's appointments. I was there. I took her to the appointment. I signed the birth certificate on the day of birth.
You did.